So, at the moment, I've been working on a painting. I really love the painting that I'm working on, and I'm really happy with the way it's turning out, but it's taking a little bit more time than I'd anticipated. So, for the sake of consistency, I thought that I would do another video, and the video that I thought I would do today would be a video on an artwork that I've done at one point in the past. This painting is owned by a lovely lady. Her name is Bunny, and she's a great friend of the family. Hi, Bunny. Bunny! If you're a subscriber on this channel, you've probably long since figured out that I'm a big fan of Art Nouveau and Art Deco. I like patterns and I like structure. This painting wasn't my first experiment with stencils, but it was one of my first experiments with stencils. And I didn't want to get the exact shape of the stencil because some weird part of me feels like that's like a forgery or something. I know it's not, it's a stencil, that's what it's there for. But somewhere in the back of my mind, I feel like I should use the stencil only as a suggestion, and from the stencil I should kind of build my own image. So that's what I did. I took the stencil and laid it down, and I used it as sort of a template to kind of draw over the stencil and create patterns in the stencil. Basically, I would lay the stencil down, and then I would take my paintbrush and I would mix on it black and white, and I would swirl it around the stencil, and that would create a commingling of two colors within the stencil's applied pattern. After that, I would paint over the stencil that I created with layer after layer of paint, and then I would apply another stencil layer, and then I would apply another stencil layer, and then I would apply another stencil layer, and then I would apply another stencil layer. I did this because I felt like if you could see ghostly suggestions of the stencil beneath the layers of paint with then more stencil suggestions on the upper layers of paint, it would never bore your eye. You would never have an empty space. You would always have somewhere to go. And not only that, I could use those patterns to, as I've said in previous videos, I could use those patterns to create a sense of movement and balance within the imagery. And the reason why I did this is because I wanted every blank part of the painting to have something to draw your eye. I didn't want it just to be empty space. I don't like blank space. I feel like blank space, even though it can bolster the focal point, that blank space can also become a focal point inadvertently, by accident. You know, even though we're all very excited by the pattern and we're all drawn to the focal point of the image, sometimes that blank space is so empty and so huge and so glaring. It creates a problem in the painting where everything is kind of off balance. So I like there to be the face, and I like the empty space to be in the skin on the face. The empty space and the skin on the face contrasts so heavily with the suggestions of patterns that you see all throughout the rest of the image. Now, the statistics are that people typically don't tend to look at paintings for very long. I can't tell you exactly how long because I don't remember, but most people have a tendency to look at a painting between, like, please don't quote me, I'm just doing this off the top of my head, and I only have about 10 minutes to record this video. But most people have a tendency to look at a painting between, it's like randomly 3 and like 20 seconds maximum. So what I have found is that after you find yourself entranced by the focal point, if I should be so lucky to entrance you with any of my focal points, but you're entranced by the focal point, then after that, you take it in and you either love it or you lose interest in it. But what holds your interest, and what I hope to use to hold your interest, would be all the different layers of patterns that you see beneath the focal point. And the focal points are always women, because I just think that women are incredibly beautiful, and I'd rather draw women than pretty much anything. I don't know why. Each one of the layers I intend to infuse with a sense of movement and a sense of balance. So one layer will draw you to the next, will draw you to the next, will draw you to the next, and then lead you back around the painting to the center. That's the purpose. The layers are supposed to help you create a little bit of a journey a visual experience. So I hope you get that sense from enjoying the painting. Thank you so much, and of course, as always, in the event that you like this video, by all means, please do subscribe. Thanks for watching. Oh, also, if you like this video, please share. Don't worry, I'm not shy. You can bring your friends.
With every painting turn, there is a paintbrush turn, there is a paintbrush turn.